Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever felt just a little bit nervous about speaking English when you're staying at a hotel? Well, if you have come to the right place. Today, we're going to walk through a really simple, practical guide for your entire hotel stay, right from the moment you arrive to the second you leave. But before we get started, if you could please take just a moment to subscribe, turn on that little notification bell, give this video a like, and maybe leave a comment. It really does help us out and allows us to create more guides just like this one for you. All right, so let's look at our game plan. We've broken down the whole experience into 5 super simple steps. First up, arriving at the hotel. Then we'll cover checking in. This is your first big conversation, and we'll make sure you feel ready for it. After that, we'll take a look around your room. Then we'll talk about all the useful hotel services you can use. And finally, we'll go through checking out. It's your complete roadmap for a great stay. Okay, let's jump right into step 1, arriving at the hotel. So picture this. You've just finished your trip. You've got your bags, and you're walking through those big front doors. So, what happens next? The very first place you need to look for is this, the reception desk. You can think of it as like the command center for the whole hotel. This is where your stay really begins. It's going to be your go-to spot for getting your key, asking for directions, or getting help with pretty much anything you need. Now, for what might be the most important conversation of your stay, checking in. This is where you'll chat with the receptionist. But don't you worry, it's almost always a really simple, straightforward chat. We're going to break it down so you know exactly what's coming. Okay, the magic word you need to know here is reservation. It's a simple one. It just means that you've already booked a room, probably online, before your trip. So you're not trying to find a new room. You're just there to claim the one that's already waiting for you. You know, a great little tip is to have your confirmation email ready to go on your phone, just in case. See, this is where knowing just a few simple phrases makes all the difference. You'll just walk up to the desk, smile, and say, "I have a reservation. My name is," and then just say your name nice and clear. Then the receptionist will probably say something like, "Can you fill in this form, please?" Or maybe just, "Sign here, please." And this is exactly what they're talking about. When they ask you to fill in this form, they'll hand you a piece of paper that looks something like this. It usually asks for really basic stuff like your name, your address, maybe your passport number if you're traveling internationally. Just take your time, no rush, fill it out, and hand it back. So once all the paperwork is done, the receptionist will give you your key and tell you where to go. They'll say something just like this. "Here's your key. Your room is on the first floor. Take the lift." Oh, and here's a super useful tip. In British English, it's a lift, but in American English, you'll hear elevator. They mean the exact same thing. And just like that, you're all checked in. See? Easy. All right, key in hand, let's head on up and explore your room. You've taken the lift, you found the right door number, you're opening it for the very first time. Let's see what we can find inside. And here we go. This is going to be your own private space for your trip. Now, getting to know the things in your room isn't just about being comfortable. It's also so you know the right words to use if something isn't working or if you need to ask for something. Okay, so let's do a quick tour. You'll definitely have a TV. That little fridge you see, that's called a mini bar, and it's usually full of drinks and snacks. You'll also have a phone, which is your direct line to reception for help. And of course, in the bathroom, you'll find the shower and usually a hairdryer. Knowing these simple words is super helpful. Okay, you're all settled in, but wait, there's more. Your stay is more than just a room. Hotels offer all sorts of cool services to make your trip that much better. And all it takes is a simple phone call to reception to ask. This is such a classic hotel service. Let's say you have an early morning flight and you're just a little worried you might sleep through your alarm. No problem. You can call the front desk and politely ask, "Can I have a wake-up call at 6:30, please?" They will then call your room's phone right on time to make sure you get up. Are you feeling a little hungry after a long day of travel? Maybe too tired to even think about finding a restaurant? Room service to the rescue. Just ask, "Can I order room service?" This means you want them to bring food or drinks right to your door. You'll almost always find a menu somewhere in your room. And speaking of food, this is a really nice one. If you'd rather have a slow, quiet breakfast in your pajamas instead of going down to a busy restaurant, this is the question for you. You just call and ask, "Can I have breakfast in my room, please?" It's a wonderful, relaxing way to start your day. Now, this is a question you might not think of until you actually need it. What if you want to use the phone in your room to call someone outside the hotel? Well, you usually have to dial a number first, like 9 or maybe 0 to connect to the outside phone network. So if you're not sure, just call reception and ask, "How do I get an outside line?" They'll tell you exactly what to do. Well, all good things must come to an end, right? It's your last day and it's time to check out. But hey, the good news is checking out is usually super fast and even easier than checking in. Let's go through the last few steps. So, you're all packed up, you head back down to that same reception desk one last time. You hand them your key, and all you really need to say is the simple phrase, "Can I have the bill, please?" That's the signal that you're ready to pay and be on your way. And this is what they'll give you. The bill is just a list of all the charges from your stay. It'll have the price of the room, of course, but also any extras you might have had, like something from the minibar or that room service you ordered. Now, it's always a good idea to just take a quick look at it, just to make sure everything looks right before you pay. And that's it. You did it. From checking in to checking out, you now have all the key phrases and the knowledge you need to handle a hotel stay in English with total confidence. You've totally got this. So, the only real question left is, where are you going to go on your next trip? Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, and leave a comment to support the channel.